Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode.
Cat's already broken. We haven't even
I
started.
need a minute. Sorry. Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
What do you
we
mean you need a minute?
it's
Oh,
bad
you
when
gotta
we
go.
it's bad when we start the stream with an Alex facepalm and no one knows why.
I disagree. I think it's amazing.
It's my shame. That's why, everybody at home. That's all you need to know. Um, if you notice that the title of the episode changed, you can go ahead and thank Andy and donate bits to him. He would appreciate it. Hello, everyone.
I think the GM should not be allowed to receive hero points tonight.
Yeah,
Thanking Andy.
Scandal.
I agree.
I guess I'll just dip into my pool of unlimited hero points that I have instead of
Hey.
the ones from the audience.
Right, because those are for us. So there.
See, why do you even need hero points? You literally have.
So he
as
doesn't have
many
to
as
give
you
us
want.
one. That's why.
Yes, I don't have to give them to you all. As much as I love all of you.
We're-
What are we playing tonight? Mutants Masterminds. Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Netherwar. Sup, Sub-Terra? Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans and just non-related people shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will continue to be humbled by my players as your game master of this series. Tonight we will be playing Mutants Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, which is produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that focuses on exciting superhero action. The character creation system offers unlimited customization options to create your superhero, and one thing I really enjoy is the use of hero points to encourage players to really push their characters beyond their limits. These points can be used for rerolls, player scene editing, and even modifying or improving a character's powers in a pinch. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, and suffering setbacks just like superheroes in other media. And from you, the audience, if you do like, subscribe, or donate any bits to the channel tonight, you have the chance to donate a hero point to the player of your choice. And usually to me, but because of my shame, I will not accept any tonight. We have gathered some amazing heroes tonight. Say sup, heroes!
Sup, heroes?
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they will be playing, where else we can find them, and have them answer my question of the day. My question of the day is, in the past, people were buried with the items they would need in the afterlife. What would you want buried with you so you could use it in the afterlife, starting with Calvin?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprise!
All right. Well, I'm Calvin, as was stated, and I will be playing Bowman for you in this next episode of Netherwar Adventuring. The fantastic archer with all the cool arrows. Not nearly enough arrows, but I have time to make more. As for me, I'm on this channel every Monday playing Mutants and Masterminds. As well, I'm over on the Win with Dice channel on YouTube. I see that comment. I'm on the Win with Dice channel on YouTube, where we do weekly GM podcasts as well as occasional streams of Lancer and other cool stuff. So if you want to go check those out, that's Win with Dice on YouTube as well as Twitter, where I retweet all the fun things that I see when I should be working. Now, so something I would need with me in the afterlife. So it's got to be something physical that I can bring with me, and I would conceivably need for the rest of eternity. I don't know. I'm gonna go with a real sappy answer and say probably a source book for an RPG or something, so I can keep reusing that and play a game that literally lasts forever. And you know what? Let's say Mutants and Masterminds. That'll be the one.
The game that lasts forever. That's called Netherwar on Monday nights.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
A little bit
Yeah,
sponsored.
so that's what I'll bring. Source book for Mutants and Masterminds. That's my cool answer. I don't know who to pass it to. Do I go up or
Go to Andy. We'll go back the other way.
Okay, Andy, I think is pointing this way.
Cats and dogs.
Going
Chaos.
to the left. All right. So hi, I'm Andy. I am here for Mutants and Masterminds Mondays. You can also find me over on our YouTube channel for Story Forge, where we talk character creation and GM tips, player tips for various role-playing games and just overall general TTRPG goodness. Tonight, I am continuing to play Resonant, our resident gem mage, and to answer Alex's question of the day, which is a weird one. I guess it depends on where the heck I think I'm going. So I'm going to be using it.
Asbestos underwear. Oh,
Yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about like River World.
that's a thing. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it was a sci-fi series twice or something like that. I don't know. I think I would, for me personally, I would probably take a book bag full of notebooks and pencils so I could continue writing down my ideas. I think that's it for me. So we'll pass it to Kat.
Hey, I'm Kat. So excited to be here. I'm playing Centuria, my version of Centuria, who's crazy. You can really only find me here on Mondays right now. I'm doing a bunch of other stuff outside of this in my personal life, so that's that. And then I don't know. I don't know why this was the first thing that popped in my head when you asked the question, but I don't know where I think I'm going in the afterlife, but I was like, a sword. So I don't even know how to use a sword, but I guess that's going to be my answer. So maybe I'll learn in the afterlife.
Very metal of you. I approve.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there, but I'll just go ahead and pass it to Jonesy.
Cat is going to Valhalla, is the moral of that story.
Yep.
Yes.
Apparently, Valkyrie in training. Hi, everyone. I am Jonesy. I will be playing Mortis, our resident living dead ghost guy. Gateway to the underworld. So, yeah, I may have thought about this question before. I would be taking with me a bag of dice, my dice bag.
I think that's appropriate.
And as far as where else you can find me here playing Mutants and Masterminds. You can find me here tomorrow night. Well, I am GMing a Blue Rose game. We're running Tales of the Finest, which is a Blue Rose D&D campaign using the 5th edition rules, which are currently available on PDF and coming soon to a Kickstarter near you if you would like a physical version of it. And so with that, Kevin?
Okay, well, I'm Kevin. I am playing a speedster who's much cooler than Wally West, despite what some people on the internet are saying.
Hey, it's me. I'm people on the internet.
Yeah, these people on the internet.
It's
Yeah,
the
I
shame.
haven't said this in a while, so maybe it bears repeating. I really hate being on camera. I don't even like to have my picture taken. So that I'm here every week is a testament to the GM and the players in this group that I'm willing to do this because, I love Mutants and Masterminds, but I don't just show up on camera for just anybody. So this is a great gang. I'm here Monday nights when not playing here on stream or helping other groups play in-person games. I'm teaching, although 6 more days of that, and then it's time for summer vacation. Yeehaw. Molly was like, oh, I see how it is around here. No, yeah, like that question of the day. I wouldn't say that I'm a total departure from everyone else here. Really, I just, the idea of a modern burial where whatever I'm taking with me would fit in a coffin is the part that I can't get behind. Like, I would need an old school, like, pharaoh's burial with a ship so all my stuff can be on it. So, of course, I can't shoot. I got to take all my RPG stuff with me. I got my regular books. I got my CD collection because physical media still lives right here. I have several swords. I'm not leaving any of them behind. Like, I want it all. I'm taking all my stuff. So I would need a Barge of the Dead, and all my stuff will be on it. I need it all. Over to you, Alex.
Excellent. And I'm Alex. I'm here on Monday nights. I am a player in Tales of the Finest, which we had our premiere last week, and it was super fun. I'm so excited. I'm also the author of the Titan City Chronicles, which has 2 books coming out soon. Knock on wood. And I am the new assistant developer for Mutants and Masterminds at Green O'Neill, so lots of fun stuff. As far as what I want to be buried with, and again, I thought of this question a few hours ago, and I still don't have a good answer for it.
Seems like a running theme.
Right.
He needs an oar so he can be an oarsman on my Barge of the Dead.
No, I don't want to be one of the servants who's buried with Kevin. You know what? I'm going to stick with everybody else, and I'm going to bring a GM screen so that we can all play together in the afterlife when we get there. We'll use Jonesy's dice. We'll use Kevin and Calvin's source books and Andy's pencil and papers and Kat's sword to fend off the people who want to kick us out of the table space.
Yay!
This is our space for another hour.
This is our eternity.
Eternal.
Do you think they check badges at the convention in heaven?
They must.
Or if I'm going to hell, I'm bringing one of those little fan things that squirts water on my face. Otherwise...
Well, see, if we go to Riverworld and I've got a boat, we're still good.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're all covered from every angle.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Jupe, I do see that you donated 100 bits. Thank you very much for that. I will put a hero point on the table as per Jupe's custom. And it looks like Ms. Zoonosis answered the question of the day. They would like to be buried with all of their favorite books. So, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. All my favorite books would just stress me out and make me think, why didn't I write enough books while I was alive? Alright, so I guess without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. Last week on Netherwar, our heroes took a fun trip to Antarctica, seeking one of the infamous bloodstones of Vaca. This terrible artifact was housed in Nula Tempest, the place outside of time, and it was a doozy. The group had to contend with a frozen temple to the long-forgotten elder god Ganarel. The gang managed to overcome several trials and tribulations before running into everyone's favorite scoundrel, the Arctic Fox. Alongside the Fox, they overcame the challenges of the temple and the mind-influencing effects of Ganarel. They unlocked the nefarious Black Ice door and found the bloodstone they needed. They also woke up the Elder One and had to fight him, but the group was able to take him down together with liberal use of team attack. With their bloodstone in tow and a tracer arrow placed on the Arctic Fox's plane, our group has returned to Freedom City, which is where we join them in the tale. So, the Alternity Atlas sort of spills you out, spills all of you out. Where do you want to be dropped off? Resonant, you're the one in control of the Atlas.
Probably relatively close to where we started this whole mess. So I believe that was Southside.
Perfect. So you just sort of appear back where you left from.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a fair point. You see it is closing in on like 4 or 5 in the morning at this point in Southside. As you return to from whence you came. What does everybody want to do?
Does it look like when we left there was a lot of devastation in this area, right? Does it look like that's been addressed at all, or?
It looks like people are working on it now. There's emergency crews out. There are fire trucks around putting out any of the remaining fires that were not caught in the Holy Water Speed Wake.
Ever since they unionized Dr. Metropolis, stuff just doesn't get fixed as fast anymore.
Dr. Metropolis is in Cuba right now. He's on vacation.
Oh, okay. I mean, I assume we're all fairly tired. If there isn't anything that doesn't look immediately vexing, I will just sort of give a weary wave to the others and say we should get some rest and then deal with our next step. So Freedom Hall, 3 in the afternoon. Kind of giving the rest of the team the blurry-eyed look.
Resonant's gonna kind of hide her mouth behind her hand as she yawns. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
All right. I'll be ready by then. I've got a few things to take care of.
Okay, get some rest, Bowen.
I plan to, eventually.
What are we gonna do with the stone in the meantime?
The what?
What are we
Stone?
gonna- The stone. What are we gonna do with that in the meantime?
Run it.
Does Centuria or Bowman, because I assume they know a little bit more about the intricacies of Freedom Hall than we do, is there a safe place in the headquarters to keep it?
Is there?
Yeah, give it to Daedalus. He'll figure it out.
So we can do that, or we can take it to the near Nexus and have it set there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we did with the last one. So why don't we do that with this one?
The Nerean Nexus is probably the safest place to put it.
Yeah.
There is probably a safe place for it in Freedom Hall as well, but with magic stuff, usually sticking it in the Nexus is the best course of action.
So Resonant will say, I can drop it off to Sala at the Nexus. You guys go ahead and head home. I'll see you later.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like a plan.
All right, everyone, get some rest because we've got 2 more of these things to get. And Bowman's gonna grapple arrow off.
Motorcycle still not fixed.
Sure
Nope.
isn't.
You could have gotten a ride.
With whomst?
I mean, I could have carried you.
Mortis can teleport people.
Still? Yeah, but no one here knows where my secret hidey hole is.
Alright.
Because you don't tell your teammates, you only tell random kids that you pick up off the street as they tell you.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Like a cool vigilante.
I spent points on that kid. Awesome. So yeah, you all sort of disperse into the night. Who's going where, and who wants to be addressed first?
I'm going home, so there's not really anything for me to do.
Centuria heads home, tucks Davy into his little bed.
This, like, it's not the same night as the fire explosions, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, geez, no wonder we're all so tired.
Yep.
Quick.
Because-
Well, no, I know Sophie's okay, but Bowman's gonna do a quick swing by her place, make sure it's still standing, and then go back to the quiver, and
place-
probably load up the tracking program for the tracer arrow that he's sure no one has noticed.
Awesome. So, Bowman, you do pass by, you catch up, you sort of swing by as you see Sophie packing it in for the night. You see she's sort of worn out, and she's covered in soot and sweat, and she's been... you can't tell if she's just been passing out supplies, or if she's actively been going around and trying to lift rubble up and help people out as best she can.
Okay, I didn't think she would be awake, so since she is, and he has not contacted her since there was a bunch of explosions, no, he has to, even though she's gonna be super tired and annoyed at him. It'll be even worse if he waits. He's gonna take out the arrow phone, which he'll reach into his quiver, take out the arrow phone, and yeah, he will call her up.
It's got a microphone on the end and 2 earbuds pop out of the arrowhead that you can put in.
Yes, he rolls down the number pad. It's one of those foldable screens or
Oh,
rollable screens.
Hello.
that would be super cool. So yes.
Yeah, the phone rings. You're sort of watching as she's going into the building, and you see she stops and she looks at the phone ringing, and she looks at what time it is, and she sends you to Red. She rejects the phone call.
He'll just send a text message, I guess. Just heard about what happened. Hope you're okay. Call me back as soon as you can.
I'm okay. It's late. Have fun with your supermodel.
He will leave that alone until he can actually call her and apologize properly. Or maybe it'll get worse. I don't know. Yeah, no. Right now he's thinking he would rather be fighting Arctic Fox, or 4 Arctic foxes. But he's gonna head back to the quiver, load up that tracer program just to make sure it's working.
Awesome. Bowman, you do get back to the quiver. You see that Jason has sort of fallen asleep next to the bow cycle with a number of tools. Like, he's got a big toolbox open beside him, and there's some parts of the bike that have been taken off and moved around, and he's just sort of snoozing on the little rolling thing that goes underneath cars.
Okay, well, since he's still here as well, I don't know. Can I just like carry him to like a actual proper bed or somewhere to lie down? I'm sure I have living space there. So
Yeah. You could take him to a cot or whatever bed space you have here.
okay, take him there. Give him like a blanket or something that probably has some local sports team logo on it.
Awesome. And you run the tracer program. You see that the plane has just taken off from Antarctica. It's flying sort of south in the direction of South America, and then you think it's making a northwest direction towards North America. But he's not traveling by the speed of teleportation, so he had to de-ice the plane and load everything up and get everything going.
Fair enough. So yeah, once that's active and working, he will get some actual sleep.
Awesome. Resonant, you go and drop off the gemstones with Sala, or the bloodstone with Sala.
Yep.
And you see he's sitting in the Nexus, sort of in the foyer. There's a big plush lounge chair that's appeared that wasn't there previously. He's kind of dressed in his fancy tuxedo with the collar undone and the bow tie open. He's got a drink that he's sniffing at.
I don't think tonight's going the way any of us planned, Sala.
No, I wanted to do something nice for Adrian. I didn't expect all this trouble.
It's all right. 2 of them are recovered. And she tosses the bag holding this one down, so we can store this one somewhere safe for now.
Yeah. You have a lead on the other ones?
At least 2 of them.
I think we could take some solace in the fact that Nightfire has 1 and Azoth has 1, as far as we know. So we're the ones who have the majority. We have to be looking to see what their backup plan will be if they can't get all 5 of these stones, though. I don't imagine Una would let them just go without a fight.
No, you probably want to strengthen the wards just in case they decide to come back here. I mean, if they know that we've gotten 2 of them, which we ran into Zephyr, or something of Zephyr.
Sylph.
Down in Antarctica, or Sylph, yeah, sorry. Something of Sylph down in Antarctica. Nightfire could just send her back here.
Well, I'll airtight the place.
Yeah, make sure the wards are up to snuff. Do you need any help with that?
No, you go get some rest.
Okay.
I'll take care of that, and I'll lock this away, and then I'll close the Nexus down.
Okay. And she'll put her hand on his shoulder, and she'll give it a squeeze. And she said, I think Adrian would have liked everything you put up tonight for him. So I don't think you did a bad job.
Well, I think he would have appreciated the exhibit. I don't think he would have liked the party. Well, at least not until the supervillains showed up. Then he would have enjoyed it.
I suppose so.
You kids are more master mage than you know.
What do you mean?
Just your willingness to jump into action and to help people all over the world. I mean, you stopped to help Southside with what was going on. You didn't just run off after the big arcane threat. I think that's something Adrian always struggled with.
I mean, we were there. What were we supposed to do? Yeah, the Bloodstones are an issue, but if we hadn't stopped, I don't know. I don't know that I could have called myself a hero for not dealing with the things that were right in front of me.
Well, just know that I noticed, and there are other people in the mystical community who are going to notice. Adrian probably would have called Daedalus and said, "Fix this while I go off and get the bloodstones."
I wonder. I mean, thought probably would have crossed our minds if we hadn't been ground zero for the explosions.
Never change.
Night Sala.
And he'll tip his little scotch glass to you, and he'll finish it, and he'll stand up and go take the bloodstone somewhere else.
Okay. And then Resident will head on back to her apartment. It's not too far away from her bookstore.
Awesome. Overdrive. Where are you going?
Well, I guess that depends on what kind of mood Tracy's in when I get home. Maybe I'll be sleeping on a park bench. So with her work schedule, I assume she's probably not awake yet at 5:30 in the morning.
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to risk waking her up, so I will carefully phase through the door.
Yeah. When you phase through the door, you do see that there is there's a pizza on the table that has a card on top of it.
Okay. Look at the card.
It says, "Good work tonight. I'm sorry."
Oh, that's sweet. I'll look in on her while she's sleeping.
She's just happily snoring away.
Okay. I'll crash on the couch then. I'll eat a couple slices of pizza. Because, that'd be disrespectful and I eat the gift, so.
Keep up the super metabolism that way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I will happily crash out on the couch.
Awesome. And Mortis, Living Dead Man.
I'm returning to my our apartment up in Lantern Hill.
Awesome. Is Nick still up at 5:30 in the morning? Does Nick need to sleep?
Good question. I don't think he needs to, but I think he probably does just out of habit. Yeah.
Awesome.
Since he's sort of like a ghost given corporeal form, I think that his body remembers what sleep is and therefore thinks it needs it, but probably doesn't actually need it.
Awesome. So he is asleep when you get back. You do see that he does have a couple of looks like newspaper articles and old journals and things that he's printed off from the computer. You see, he looks like he's been trying to do some research into Nightfire, like Lairs, former associates, what they might be up to. He's got a bunch of post-it notes on things.
Kind of glance over them all and go, yeah. See if he's got any of the ones from the fights that me and White Knight had before his transformation.
He does have a few of those. And you notice he's doodled on those a little bit in the margins while he was doing his research. It looks like he's drawn like an evil mustache on White Knight.
Peek in and we'll see that he's crashed out. I'm just gonna send off a text to Gatekeeper, just letting him know that got one of the stones. We're gonna regroup in a couple hours and go after another one. I'll check in at some point and just without go out and live and crash.
Yeah, Gatekeeper will text you back and say, "Make sure you get all of them." Bad news.
We're trying.
He says I should have some feedback about this goo you sent me in the morning, maybe in the late afternoon.
Thanks again. And night. Just go to sleep. And try to go to sleep.
Perfect. Everybody sleeps easy through the night after your rough day.
For like 4 hours before I go open up the shop.
Oof. Yeah, so it sounds like Resonant's waking up first, or is anybody else waking
Probably.
up before Resonant?
I don't know. Does anybody else have a day job they need to get to?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, but okay.
Not
Let
anymore.
let's put it this way: does anyone need a day job that they need to get to that doesn't require them to wake up 2 minutes before they need to be at the job?
True that.
I
Set
might
the
have a
alarm
job. You
for
don't know.
Set the alarm for 8:55.
Set the alarm for 8:50.
3 hours of sleep? Oh, no, 2.5 hours of sleep. I'll take it.
Whack. We play these games to get an escape from reality.
Yeah, quit bringing work into this. Urgh.
Let's not talk about how I got 4 hours of sleep last night. That's not anybody's business. So yeah, Resonant, you go down, you open up the shop. Are you just working like a half day and setting up a sign to that you won't be back?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna have your assistant close?
Yeah, the plan is to have Sam close up the shop today. So I'm going in earlier than I would actually normally open the shop because the shop doesn't normally open until 9. But I'm going to go in early, take care of the inventory for the day, contact any of the clients that I have for the afternoon, and basically let them know that I have to reschedule due to a conflict. Put them on the books already. Have another one, like a tentative, like here's what I have. I've got you for the first one on here, but if that doesn't work for you, I've got these other ones available. And then basically just have everything ready for Sam that they can just take care of things when they come in.
Perfect. Can I get you to roll a perception check for me?
Certainly can. Once I open my character sheet. That handy little thing that has all my dice rolls on it. That's a 30.
Oh, okay, sure. No worries. So Resonant, you're just you're going through the motions, doing the inventory, scheduling appointments with your customers, and you feel something off in the universe. There's this almost vibration in your body that goes from your core into the ground, and somewhere far off underground you can feel a bunch of gems awakening.
What?
Very far from here. You're not sure exactly where, but you know that there's a disturbance in the force as far as you're concerned.
Oh, George Lucas gonna sue somebody.
He's not allowed to. He sold those rights.
Oh, that's right.
Disney gonna sue somebody. I think that's worse.
It might be too busy right now. It's all good.
Hopefully. So with that kind of that sensation, she'll kind of like rub her arms, be like, "Ooh, okay. Why did I just feel that? I guess it's a good thing we're going to Sub-Terra. Another thing to keep an eye out for." She'll text the group. Just kind of send them a text, say, "Hey, something else might be up in Sub-Terra. I'll fill you guys in later." So.
Awesome.
And then she'll get back to getting the place ready for Sam and actually having coffee and a spread of bagels and cream cheese and stuff kind of in.
Awesome. Bowman, you get a phone call at 8:30 in the morning.
Alrighty. By then he's probably awake. I'm imagining Jason might not be, so Bowman's been up on the salmon ladder for a bit.
Tink, tink, tink.
You gotta exercise those arms. That's how he gets those. That's how he gets those arms.
Those tree trunk arms.
Oh, Bowman skips leg day.
Always.
Until he's shooting arrows with his legs, yes.
Better train with that just in case somebody goes after your arms.
But Bowman, yeah,
Keeping
you
up
do
with
see it's Sophie calling.
He's just gonna like instantly he'll let go of the bar to hop right down and then just head right over to the bow phone or the arrow phone.
Awesome.
Probably just grab a towel just to quickly wipe some sweat away.
Those
then,
rippling
yeah.
CW pecs coming into the front of the camera.
Of course, of course.
Oh,
Was
he's
he gonna
glistening.
exercise with a shirt on?
See, you managed to get your shirt off again.
So yeah, posing for the camera, he will answer the phone.
Fletch, you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. I was actually I was gonna call you, but I wanted to let you sleep in. I figured you must have had a rough night last night. I heard about what happened.
Yeah, there was an explosion. A lot of explosions.
Do they know who did it, or
There's some news reports about this Nightfire guy involved in it. Apparently, the new Freedom League Dark or whatever stopped him.
is that what they're calling themselves?
I don't think it matters what they're calling themselves. It matters what the paper's calling them.
Fair enough. But are you okay? You didn't get caught up in all of that?
I mean, my house is fine, but I was up all night working on disaster relief. And I came back, got a couple hours of sleep. I'm going down to help again. I was calling to make sure you were coming down to at least make an appearance and help.
Of course. I'm actually just getting ready for that right now.
Well, the people need something to hope for, so bring your checkbook.
Oh, it's always open for
Checkbook?
Southside. It is always open for Southside, of course. But just are you sure you're okay? I don't want you pushing yourself or anything.
Well, I would have been better if my date at the supervillain attack hadn't have run off and left me to fend for myself before my neighborhood was blown up. But we don't live in that alternate dimension, so I guess that's what I've got to deal with.
That yeah, I'm sure that that alternate dimension Fletch is a lucky guy. Sophie, a lot of things happened last night that I again should have been there for. All I can really do is apologize and say that the things that I had to deal with, they weren't they were important things. It wasn't just some frivolous. It wasn't that it wasn't that.
Yeah, I can't imagine what was more important than what was going on in Southside. I'll see you in 15, Fletch, when she hangs up.
He's just gonna hang up and like yep, he just has to deal with this, but he's gonna rush and get ready and hope that Jason did not overhear that entire thing.
Jason's right behind you with a piece of buttered toast. He's like, wow, that sounded rough.
Sure hope I was exercising with a mask on.
Having trouble with your girlfriend, Fletch?
Listen, kid. No, first off, everything is fine. Second off, pretend you didn't see anything in here.
Yeah, sure. The motorcycle should be fixed this afternoon.
Okay, that's great.
Do you need some toast?
Great. I would actually love some toast.
He'll hand you the other piece of toast from his 2 parts of toast.
Fletch will take it because that's probably all he's going to have time to eat this morning. But he will continue to say, I didn't bring you here just to fix the bike up. I was serious about the job offer. I do need some eyes on the streets here. Obviously, I can't be everywhere at once all the time as much as I would like to be.
Yeah, no, you got a whole busy Playboy persona thing you got to keep up.
Yeah, it helps. It makes some things easier, some things more difficult.
Well, thanks for bringing me in. Is that Sophie from the community center?
Again, just pretend you didn't hear any of that. It's better the less you know.
Does she know you're Arrow guy?
Clearly not, Jason.
Mm. You know, if you just told her you were Arrow guy, she wouldn't be mad at you anymore. I mean,
Sure,
maybe.
Sure, let me go tell her that I've been lying to her this entire time. Don't you have somewhere to be? Don't you have a bike to fix, kid?
Yeah, but if we're having a conversation.
You're gonna be a bit of a handful, aren't you?
It wouldn't be very helpful if I wasn't. He'll crunch another bite of the toast and then go back over to the motorcycle. You should think about getting a butler.
You know what? That's not a half bad idea. Let me find a butler who will live in my secret basement home. That'll be real good. Those wheels are out of alignment.
You don't know that.
I can see it from here.
Sure. And he'll sit down on the ground and pull out a wrench and take another bite of the toast and start cranking on the wheels and stuff.
Okay, Fletch is going to, like with toast in his mouth, run off and get ready to. I really should have been exercising with that mask on. I should have specified it, but it's funnier if you don't. So yeah, Fletch is gonna run off and actually prepare to meet Sophie, and then just whatever civilian vehicle he has, he will take and head right over.
Awesome. Well, I either have to keep this kid or kill this kid now. He knows my identity.
It's 50-50 right now.
Well, you know Mortis, so you can do both. You can kill him and Mortis can bring him back.
Oh, there we go.
Rough.
He might have thought of that after Jason asked about Sophie.
Awesome. So yeah, Bowman's off to do that. What are Overdrive, Mortis, and Centuria up to?
Well, assuming I can, make it to New Horizon Media on time, I will make sure that I've got any assignments turned in, sort of make an appearance, and jet out of the office and try and get a little more sleep if that's possible before the 3 o'clock rendezvous at Freedom Hall.
You do run into your boss, Overdrive, at New Horizon. And he says, "Tell me you got good coverage of that event last night."
Oh,
Cody won't
yes.
shut up about it.
Yeah, that's Cody, all right. Yes, I mean, I really had a bird's eye view of it, and I'm writing it up. It was, it's a little out of my usual, milieu. So I'm working on that. But I hope to have that for you by maybe the end of the day tomorrow. Would that be good?
Yeah, if you don't screw this up, Dave, you'll be on the superhero beat.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that would be great.
And I need you to know it's important to me that you get pictures of this new Freedom League Dark.
Yeah. Well, Cody's the cameraman, right? I just need to make sure Cody gets to the photo ops.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Cody eats pain. You need to take Cody with you to the right things.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes.
And don't let him drive the van again.
No, sir. That was a mistake on my part. I do apologize. Never happen again.
What's Dave's last name?
My name?
Yeah.
Collins. Dave Collins.
Because I don't think your boss would call you Dave. I think he'd call you Collins.
You're right. Yes. He's definitely a last name kind of guy.
All right, Collins, get me pictures of Freedom League Dark.
Yes, sir. We're on that. We'll take care of it. Oh, Lord.
And there's an event going down in Southside with a response to some of the explosions.
Right now?
Yeah, it's a press conference. It's been called by that Sophie chick.
Oh, okay. Well, I should round up Cody and get right down there.
It's like you could do your job by yourself. Look at that. Autonomous thinking. That's what I like to see.
I try, sir. I try.
Yeah, try harder.
Yes, sir. All right, I will slink off and look for Cody. I'll probably listen for Cody and then find him. But
better strategy.
Cody's walking out of the HR office.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was like, find a group of young women.
Both of me are in trouble. I can't handle this. Man.
Mr. Cody, you can't just come in here and say, "Do you want to make this unpaid internship legit?"
Yo, I was just being friendly. You know, you gotta stick in the mud. What's up, Davey? I can't talk to myself. I'm not that good a role player. So,
Yes, you can.
all
I
right,
believe
Cody,
in you.
let's get in the bed. Oh, we're gonna take some pictures. Yeah, yeah. Okay, come on, Cody. Look, there's gonna be chicks there. Let's go check it out. Oh, chicks. All right. Okay, I'm stressing myself out.
I loved it, Kevin. That was so good.
And it's like, Kevin, you can't tell me you don't GM and play two NPCs in the same scene that have to talk to each other because the players won't talk to the NPCs.
I try to avoid that.
I hate that shit.
It does happen sometimes.
We'll let you in for it.
I mean, if y'all want me to just talk to myself the whole time, I'm not gonna like it.
This is an interactive role-playing game. That means I expect you to interact with me.
That's the inverse of letting your players just go and just pretending you're involved. Okay, so Cody and Dave are on their way to take pictures of Spider-Man. Centuria, what do you do when you wake up?
So Centuria wakes up sort of bummed because she's alone. And she just starts sort of thinking about what she can do, and she knows that Southside needs help cleaning up, so she's gonna get dressed in her super suit, and she's gonna head over that way with Davey, of course.
Awesome.
Davey, where's my super suit?
Why do you need it?
I would love that scene. That whole scene, just Centuria and Davey.
We're not gonna go help anybody today. It's my day off.
My evening's in danger. Davey, you don't do anything.
I'm in a euchre club.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Just Davey with a regular sized deck of playing cards in front of him. Just 5 cards standing in front of him while he's sitting down on the table.
So cute.
That's the Laugh Love Davey shirt.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Centuria, you go off to go and help with the cleanup process. You're helping move buildings and stuff. You do run into Dr. Metropolis down there as well. Who's kind of spooky and mute most of the time anyway, so he's just sort of like, hey. And he goes and he's lifting buildings up and cleaning up debris. He's willing to engage with you more if you want to engage with him, but he's not the one who goes out looking for engagement.
I guess she'll, fly up to him like, what do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you for joining me down here, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of lifts both his hands up and his eyes glow green. And you get the sense that he's feeling the city around him, just out and around. He says, there are a number of buildings nearby that are perfectly suited for your strength to lift and reset girders as they need to be. I will broadcast them to your comlink.
That sounds great. And she'll go to fly in the other direction, and then she'll stop and turn around and say, I'm so glad you're alive. And then she'll fly back off into the direction of the closest building.
I will be alive as long as Freedom City is alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
You get one small hint of an emotional reaction from him when you say that. It's a cocked eyebrow.
Love it.
She has
Then I will
become
continue
peculiar.
helping the people.
Awesome. And Centuria, eventually you do see that there's a press conference forming near the waterfront of Southside.
I'll go close enough that I can hear what's going on, but I don't want to be in the crowd or anything.
Awesome. Davey says, hey, I think that Sophie chick from last night's down there.
I wonder if Fletch has had any luck with her.
I think Fletch only got lucky with that kid last night.
Davey, maybe don't say that. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. No one else can hear you anyway.
So far.
Till we go into the Hall of Mirrors. Perfect.
Phrasing.
And Mortis, what are you up to?
Sleeping.
Good choice.
Mortis will eventually wake up to the smell of bacon and sausage and eggs being cooked. As Nick's in the kitchen making breakfast, or closer to brunch actually, because Mortis has slept in as much as more than anyone else in the team. Because yeah, he no longer has a job in this many days.
Mortis is the only one with a full night's sleep for the adventure.
Yeah, he just will, stretch and yawn and look down his very wrinkled and messed up uniform.
Did you fall asleep in your uniform? That's awesome.
Yes.
And you come out into the kitchen. Nick's doing his thing. You see that he's moved a few of the documents around. He's sort of highlighted some more things and circled some more things in his investigation. He says, "Oh, good, you're awake. I imagine you had a crazy night last night."
You could say that. The stuff went down on the south side and then got weirder from there.
Yeah. You mentioned that Nightfire was involved, and we have to stop him. We have to find him. He was bad enough when he was just a guy, but now that he's a demon, no, we can't let that guy loose on the streets anymore.
Yeah, we're working on it. We ended up going down to the Antarctic and some crazy temple and elder things, and yeah, it was weird.
This is a lot more than what you got up to in Pharaohburg.
Yes, a lot.
You're doing Cthulhu stuff. You're doing space stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. And yeah, it seems to be taking a toll on my teammates, at least to some degree.
Yeah, Nick will come over and he'll lay down the platter of food, and you see he looks like he's thinking about something. He's sort of picking at his fingers and biting his lip a little bit.
Out with it.
Do you think your friends are going to be okay with you killing Nightfire?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's a demon now, so it gets muddled. I mean,
Have you brought it up with them yet?
no, I haven't. I've been shoveling food in my mouth. I haven't. I mean, I'm sure at least Resident knows that I almost killed him before. And it wasn't for lack of trying. I wanted to. I tried to. He lived. And I don't know. It's a lot. I know I'm not supposed to. I mean, that's part of my rules for my parole, and even though I did all this crap for the government to get out,
I feel like you can make an exception for him. I think you have to. I mean, a monster like that, you can't just lock him up. He's like that because he chooses to be, not because he's sick, and not because he doesn't know any better. He knows better. I think it's a conversation that you're going to have with your friends before you get the rest of the Bloodstones.
We're supposed to be going to Sub-Terra. That's where they tracked the next one down. least that's what Resident's saying. It's supposed to be some this underground country.
Are you gonna fight mole people?
Possibly sleeve stacks.
You see, that
Oh,
sounds a
wow.
lot better than Antarctica. You guys should have gone there first.
Yeah. I know this is me running around and doing all this is crazy and just a lot for us. Extra stress that we weren't expecting to have on our relationship. So
You know you're saving the world, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not in trouble. That's all that matters to me. And I'm glad that I can help any way I can while I'm here. Even if that's just keeping the bar on track and getting everything reopened the way it needs to be reopened. And he'll get up and he'll kiss you on the forehead.
it's the breakfast for art.
Anytime.
Ah.
Oh, there's looks like there's some Freedom Week people helping down in Southside. If you're interested in making an appearance and getting some good PR before you murder the demon guy.
Well, all goes according to plan. If we have to murder the demon guy, I'm hoping that will not be in front of the cameras.
You know, lock him in the soul vault and never let him out. That works too. But honestly, I don't know if I want him going inside you. That seems bad for everyone involved.
Yeah, that thought did cross my mind too. So
Yeah, I think.
I don't even know if I could. I mean, he's a demon now, so I don't know how the vault would even work on him, or if it would work on him. So,
Well, if you want me to do some research on that, I can take a look. Oh, and Gatekeeper texted you this morning. He said he has some updates on the goo you sent him. The ashes you sent him.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to send Overdrive to go pick it up.
Yeah, I should probably get to the press conference and shower and find a fresh uniform and yeah.
Perks of having 2 super suits.
Having a backup is always nice.
Awesome.
Should probably see about getting Centuria a backup one.
We need to see about fixing Centuria's stuff. It's busted.
Rude. So rude.
We need to freshen up that bronze. We need to fix the sleeves.
Yeah, you better be talking about the uniform.
The tattered
not
cape
the
look,
mental
though, I'm
state.
into it. But yeah, everybody sort of reconvenes at the press conference except for Resident. Because the Resident's doing her thing. Bowman, you see Sophie's waiting there for you. She's at a fold-up table that she's put a couple of donuts and fresh coffee out on for the construction workers who are working, or the relief workers who are working to clear everything out in Southside. And when she sees you come up, she'll sort of gesture for you to come forward.
Bowman on his way likely would have gotten like extra catering as well. So I don't know. He might have tried to do the normal thing and stop and get like extra coffee and stuff, but then shows up with like probably more than he needs, and also has contacted like several trucks to show up with more food and stuff.
A bunch of food trucks come in with Bowman.
So he'll show up and just say, "Hey, wasn't sure how much we needed here, but it's a pretty early morning, so I figured everyone needs a good breakfast, right? I got you a coffee."
She'll take it.
I don't know if Fletch knows how Sophie likes her coffee, but he sure tried his best.
How did Bowman prepare it? Or ask for it to be prepared, since I assume Bowman didn't pour it in cream in himself.
I don't know. I'm gonna assume she likes her coffee the same way I like mine, so dark roast double double. For all the Canadians out there.
I don't know what that means.
It's like, don't worry about it. 2 cream and 2 sugar.
Oh, okay.
But the dark roasts as well.
Dark roast double double. Good choice. I was like, I assume that's good. I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
Good.
You
I
wanna
like my
give it a sweet pick-me-up?
creamer with my coffee. Perfect. So yeah, you you hand her her coffee. She takes a drink of it. And she said, "This is surprisingly how I like it, Fletch."
Well, you did mention it once a while back, so I kept that in mind.
I hope you have one of those superhero speeches planned. The press conference. They want to talk to you, or they want you to talk to them.
Sure, I'm sure I can pull something out. I don't know about a superhero speech, but sure I can think of something.
I'm sure you will. Dr. Metropolis is here. He's helping. I saw Centuria moving stuff around too, so hopefully we'll get things back on track pretty soon with their help and with all these wonderful emergency people that are here to help. Luckily, it looks like our community center wasn't hit by the bombings, so we should still be on track to open in a couple of weeks. But a lot of our other facilities were hit. This looks like it may have been an inside job on Operation Custodian. I don't know how much of that you want to tell the press, but I smell a rat. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
I'll be able to help you there definitely, but probably don't want to say anything just yet.
No, definitely not.
We don't want to undermine faith in the project, especially right now.
Well, we don't want to tip our hand off to the rat that we know there's a rat.
Also that.
Unless you're the rat. Are you the rat, Fletch?
No, definitely not. Although I am somewhat concerned about what you might be thinking of me right now.
What I'm thinking is you had the perfect opportunity to act like a gentleman and work with me to stay safe with everything that was going on, and you ran off. It's a heck of a thing to do to a girl you ask on a date.
I mean, you're right. I don't know if I explicitly said the word date, but that's hardly the point. I should have been there. I don't have any good excuses, really. All I can say is it definitely wasn't a supermodel, first off, and...
Well, now that I know it wasn't a date, I'm less upset.
Okay, so is that good for me or bad for me?
Depends on if you want a second date.
I do. If you do, I mean...
We'll see. Go give your speech. We'll see what happens.
Are you saying this date hinges on the quality of this speech?
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to go pass out some donuts. Well,
All right.
you think about the right thing to say.
We do have more donuts on the way, as well as just, like, I don't know, breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that, and there's going to be more stuff coming in the afternoon. I schedule different things. It'll all be here. You don't have to worry about anything.
And she'll sort of nod and take another sip from her coffee without breaking eye contact with you, and then she'll go off to do her thing.
Okay.
Which includes bringing donuts over to Dave and Cody. She says, Dave with New Horizon, right?
Yeah. Yes. And this is Cody, my cameraman.
Yeah, I remember.
So. What was she saying like that for?
Disappointment.
So is he always your cameraman, or is he like an intern, a temporary solution?
He's the cameraman that's assigned to me for now. So yeah, this is the way things are right now. Cody, close your mouth. Okay. Sorry, mouth breather. He doesn't get out much. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Fletch is going to give a speech, so try to frame
Excellent.
him in a good light if you can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So
He's going to
Cody,
need all the help he can get.
Yeah. You're going to focus on the stage, Cody.
If you've got cue cards for a
job.
speech prepared, that might be handy too.
Cody's not going to talk. We're going to be good. Cody's just going to take pictures, right, Cody? Whatever.
And she'll hand Cody and you.
I need a second frame. I need to be able to jump frames or something. I'm freaking myself out here.
We'll just get we'll get you a little like popsicle stick with the Cody art from ETU that you can hold up when you're talking as Cody. We'll get Cat a little Davy popsicle stick.
No, Cat doesn't need it. You do.
Yeah, I was like, you need it.
I'm getting a Davy sock puppet.
Yes!
Oh man, sock puppets.
You can just buy a Wally West action figure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez.
File the serial number off.
Oh, awesome. So,
I will hold Cody's donuts so he doesn't, muck up the camera lens. Just take the pictures right now. I got it.
And Sophie will sort of point up in the sky and say, "Hey, there's that Centuria chick if you're looking for pictures of the heroes in action."
Oh yeah, hey Cody, up there.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Centuria.
Centuria.
Yes, because the boss he wants pictures of all these heroes. So make sure you're paying attention, Cody. I just sort of, I feel like my character doesn't like my other character. Like now I'm conflicted. But Cody likes everybody, Anyway, so I will sort of make apologetic faces to Sophie, like.
Oh, it's okay. Just make sure you get good angles of Centuria doing her thing. I'm sure that'll make a good splash page.
I'm pretty sure Cody can handle that part.
Yeah, she's pretty. I saw her last night in person.
Yo, where'd you see in person? Can you introduce us, Cody? The camera pictures. Sorry,
Cody, you were there.
Oh, yeah. It was last night. I popped some brews after the job, and I kind of forgot some stuff. It's all good.
Centuria will choose this exact moment to come down and land next to Dave.
Oh, so hot. And Dave will elbow Cody like,
Dave!
Hi, Centuria.
I didn't know you'd be here.
Well, it's my job to be here. Cody's giving him the look like, you dog, you knew it this whole time. We're going to talk later, bro. Shut up. This is my cameraman, Cody. Hopefully he's going to pay attention to his job here. And yeah, so we're here for New Horizon. I'll hold up my little press badge. I'm on the job.
We're so happy to see you.
Sophie is going to take the box of donuts and Cody away and say, you two should make introductions.
Yeah, thank you. Yo, I got to get pictures, so I got to get the zoom. So Cody is, being obnoxious as he's being led away. There is a box of donuts involved, so he's so that was awkward. Thank you, sort of.
So that's your cameraman?
Yeah. The boss might be assigning it to me permanently. This is gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, he seems great.
Douchey? Yeah, he seems really douchey.
Yeah. I didn't get a great first impression of him last night, and
that's probably about as good as it gets.
Yeah, that was rough.
I really don't like my other character. Sorry, I'm breaking.
ETU's about to be bad if we do a season
2. No, it's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
I'll totally be okay. Focus. Okay, good.
But so did you see Tracy last night?
This morning actually, but she was asleep, and then I raced off to work, so we didn't get a chance to talk.
Is she doing good?
I think so. I mean, she left me a pizza. I'm sorry. I think she's doing okay.
I'm glad she's safe. Since she was there last night.
how are you doing? Like, you seem like a little power nap. Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Davey and I are, same old, just sort of trying to adjust to things here.
All right, so Dave at this point is having this internal struggle. Like, he's already feeling really crappy about this whole thing, and now she's talking about the doll like it's her only friend. Like, I'm sure his face probably
Ew.
looks guilty, even though Dave is scrupulously trying to not look guilty. But he's probably failing at that.
Dave, I want you to do two things. I want you to roll a deception check for me,
Oh, damn it!
and I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh no! Deception and perception.
Oh my God, Tracy's in the crowd.
Shut up! Don't say shit like that.
So
Oh,
overdrive
so
with the 24.
Deception is 24 and the perception is 20.
Awesome. So with the 24 deception, you're able to keep your face sort of stoic. With the 20 perception, you do see the TMZ reporter has taken a couple of pictures of you and Centuria standing next to each other.
Oh no!
Oh no. The teams. Who's Team Z?
TMZ.
Oh, TMZ. Oh,
Paparazzi.
oh, oh. Centuria, I really hate to ask this favor of you, but could you make sure you talk to other reporters while that guy's over there snapping pictures? I mean,
Oh. Um. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No,
And she'll
it's not.
fly straight over to a different reporter without letting him respond.
I'm such an asshole. Oh. How is Cody less of an asshole than Dave? I don't understand this. Damn it. I am screwing up all over the place tonight.
This is like painful because Calvin's messing up with Sophie.
Am I? I think I'm on the. Oh yeah, I mean.
You literally were like, I didn't say it was a date. Like, oh
Tonight's
my
episode
God.
is really called "Dudes Are Jerks."
The way men mess things up. Episode 1.
Oh no.
Wow, we got all the way to 2021 before episode 1 of the way men screw things up.
The revolution will not be televised.
I'd say that's pretty good for us. I think we're.
200,000 years of history, and this is the first we've messed up as a gender.
This is the first it's being talked about.
If it
More
only gets brought up
realistic.
once, then it must have only been one time.
Everybody forget World War II. Whack.
Oh boy.
Mortis, you arrive on the scene around this time. As you see Centuria blitz away from Dave and leaving Speedy with a very dejected look on his face.
Cool. With that, I'm guessing that's more Speedy's current melodrama. So I am going to find some place else to land.
Perfect.
And now all I'm picturing is Sophie and Tracy and Nick all getting drunk, bitching about the heroes. Yeah, so Morris will just fly over and find a place to land and start, see what we can do. And check in with some of the volunteers, things like that. See if there's any places they need me to go, like, check foundations of anything, things like that, since I can do that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, they will. They'll ask you to go and check foundations and also check for hidden pockets of still trapped people, since you can sort of do that feel people's souls thing.
Yeah, certainly. So I will totally, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Dr. Metropolis will see you doing your thing, Mortis, and he does not quite give you the warm reception he gave Centuria. He just sort of looks down at you and he points a couple of locations without saying anything. Just a couple of directions for you to head in. you're able to help. You're able to get some people out, and able to get some buildings checked on, helping coordinate emergency relief efforts. And then Bowman gets to give a speech.
Ooh,
Speech,
Yeah,
speech,
Calvin.
speech.
zero pressure. Okay, so I don't know. Am I showing up to the podium, or like how does this gonna go down?
Yeah, there's a podium set up. There's a bunch of press around. You see Dave in the crowd. You see Cody standing next to him. You see representatives from a couple of different Freedom City papers.
Okay. So yeah, Fletch is gonna get up there. He is gonna partially keep an eye on Sophie, but sort of address the crowd, and he will make a speech that I wrote in the last 10 minutes. So I hope it's decent.
Speech.
Yeah, I thought you might shove me up here, so I wrote something down. Okay. So, standing up there, just addressing the assembled people, he will say, our city, as you well know, just recently came under attack. Freedom City has often been a target for those using their powers and abilities to harm others, but last night it was something more than that. Last night wasn't just those fire and explosions. Last night, it was a group of the worst our city has to offer, who crawled out to spread pain and destruction, fueled by their own hatred. But this neighborhood, this city, our city, still stands. You, all of you, coming together and working with each other to rebuild what those people tried to destroy are what this city is all about. And we've proven that at the heart of our city is not hatred, but support and love for our community and love for the things that make us different and love for freedom. Now, we've got a little work to do to put things back together, but I want all of you to remember what makes Freedom City what it is, to reject that division that tries to tear us apart and embrace the love for this city that keeps us together. And also, everyone, I want you all to enjoy the donuts because there's more than enough for everybody. And that is, he's just gonna, I don't know, finish with a smile and a wink.
Perfect. I'm gonna deal you a hero point.
Yeah, that was so good.
Oh,
What?
thank God.
I literally had a whole speech class that I got to prepare weeks for, and that speech was better than any of the ones that I gave.
Thanks, because I missed everything that happened in the last few minutes because I was writing.
You just missed Dave and Centuria drama. You didn't miss anything important.
Oh.
And I need to do
What?
a small in-universe adjustment. It's not TMZ. It's the Daily Word, is the Freedom City version of TMZ. TMZ.
Cool.
DDW.
TDW. Yes.
He knew what you meant. Sorry, Dave, because you're about to get blown up with this Tracy shit. Maybe she'll
gonna
be
be
like, she was
trending.
really nice to me at the party.
Yeah, maybe.
This is gonna be bad. Pity we gotta get to Sub-Terra real soon. That's off we go.
After the speech, Mortis will make sure he goes up and shakes hands with Beaumont for all the and thank him.
Cody, get the picture.
And Mortis will do rounds and make sure he talks to different reporters, including Dave, but not only Dave. He'll make sure Dave is like third or fourth one that he hits, just to make sure it looks like he's talking to a lot of the reporters.
Spooky has my back. Spooky has my back.
Yeah, Fletch will also do his rounds, but he will definitely be like making his way towards Sophie.
The Daily Word guy is still taking a picture of Speedy and Mortis together.
Centuria does not go back to Dave the whole time. She doesn't even look at him.
Oh.
Harsh.
Does Mortis notice that? Do I notice that?
I deserve that.
Yeah, you noticed that. I assume Centuria is not being subtle about it.
Well, no, I meant the reporter guy.
Yeah. Mortis will notice that the guy's taking pictures.
Well, I will make sure I go over and talk to the reporter too, if necessary, just to make sure I'm not ditching any of them.
Certainly. And would you believe it? They don't have any names for reporters at the Daily Word in the Freedom City Sourcebook.
Oh no.
His name is Thaddeus.
Thaddeus Jones, that's his name.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is there someone from the Freedom Ledger here as well?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Good.
Somebody that Bowman definitely knows personally.
Okay. Might talk to them as well.
Julie Streeter is here. She's the one who wrote the report on the death of Centurion.
Ooh. Citrus.
Yeah, she's very Lois Lane. And she would definitely know Fletch pretty well.
Okay, so her or Sophie, whoever is physically closer. Just so he doesn't look like he's beelining straight towards Sophie.
I will say that Julie is closer.
Alright, so yeah, I guess that's where he's going next.
Yeah, you see she's standing there. She's taking some notes in a notepad, handwritten. She's got a reporter. She's got a cameraman nearby who's also named Cody, suspiciously enough.
Where do they all come from?
Yo, it's the Cody bro.
They all come from East Texas, apparently.
Yo, I'm from Jersey.
It's just where I got a scholarship. Well, she'll look up at you and she'll say, "That was a heck of a speech, Fletch. Your dad would be proud."
Yeah, could you believe I made it up at the last minute?
I believe you've gone through your whole life the last minute.
Well, since we've known each other for so long, I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want, buddy.
Oh.
Do you want to make a comment for the Freedom Ledger?
Before she draws blood.
It's brutal here.
Anything exclusive you want to tell us about what's going on here in Southside or Operation Custodian?
Just that Operation Custodian is going to be on hand helping to rebuild the parts of Southside that were damaged, as well as continuing our own current and ongoing projects, many of which were unfortunately targeted in this attack.
What do you have to say about the theory floating around that this was an inside job from somebody at Operation Custodian?
Well, I would have to say that people should, let these investigations play out before they start making assumptions. But of course, if there's anyone involved in our project, in Operation Custodian, who is in any way related to any of these crimes, they'll be definitely swiftly dealt with.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry too much about anybody pointing the finger at you, Fletch. As far as I know, you're a bit of a straight shooter.
That almost sounded like you were making a compliment on purpose.
Great shooting. Huh.
We'll see.
Once a night's episode of Boys Are Stupid.
And she'll take a couple notes. She'll say, we're focusing our efforts on the investigation independent of the police. If there's anything you could think of that would help bring the truth to light, she'll hand you your business card.
I mean, I know how to reach you, but I'll add this to my collection.
That's my other phone number. My off-work one.
Oh,
Oh.
good to know.
And she'll say, "I've got to go type this up," and she'll head off to go probably not incriminate you in the newspaper article I have to write for next week.
Alright.
Bowman has like 17 love interests.
How does he do it? I'm drowning in two.
Because I'm still on team Bowman Resonant, but
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I did not, but
and we'll sort of yada yada a little bit so everybody can reconvene together, unless there's anything that anybody wants to definitely hit.
I've been hit enough. I'm so done.
you had to
I
get
say,
hit by.
Dave and Bowman have been hit enough. I think.
No, as long as Sophie liked the speech, then I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
Sophie did
hammer.
like the speech. She'll say, "I'm gonna finish coordinating things here, then I'm gonna go take a nap. If you want to try again, Fletch, I'm not busy this Friday."
All right, Friday, you and me, and no other interruptions.
Don't say that. This is a
Yeah,
superhero
You
movie.
just jinxed it.
Yeah, I know.
On the wrath of the gods now.
Calvin knows that's tempting fate. Fletch, on the other hand,
Fletch is a
can't
fool.
see past the fourth wall.
I've even broken a couple times. Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Where
he,
did Resident want you all to meet up again?
Freedom
I
Hall.
thought.
Yeah.
Why?
I was just wondering. Resident, you were the first one to arrive at Freedom Hall. If there's anything you want to cover, I know you've been doing your bookstore thing for a little while.
Yep, just keep getting Sam up to speed again and making sure that everything's okay. The fact that I'll be gone for the afternoon, I basically let them know that everything's already been taken care of, and they shouldn't have to worry about any, negative issues cropping up. And then she'll arrive at Freedom Hall and be on time, and then basically waiting for everybody else to show up. And like, of course, I mean, even Dave, with the fact that he could get here in an instant, isn't here on time.
And two of us live there.
Yeah. Yeah, blame that on the speedster, why don't you? Come on.
They will. Resident, you do notice on your way that there is some feeds as you're passing through downtown Freedom City. The little scrolling news thing mentions a speech that was given by Fletcher Beaumont III at the Southside rally. And you see on the daily words cycling again, it does say Centuria spotted with the same mystery man.
Oh God!
Come on! Hey, you're supposed to be an impartial referee, GM.
Uh-oh.
It's 2:13 back
Oh my God! Tracy's friends are texting her.
Impartial referee. Impartial referee.
Oh boy, those two are in trouble again.
All we did was talk. And then I got insulted and I left.
I'm such a jerk.
Yep.
I should just go back to being Cody. He's a better guy.
Is he?
I'm going back to Emerald City.
All right.
I changed my superhero name. I'll be Drive Over instead of Overdrive. Nobody will know the difference.
High speed jerk. That'll be my new superhero name.
It's like, what is with all these tire marks all over my body? Yeah. So Resident will just kind of she'll do one of those little inward sighs when she sees that and just be like, oh no, and just kind of wait for the rest of the group to reconvene so we can head off to hopefully collect another bloodstone.
Beautiful. The rest of the group does arrive. I'll give you all just a minute to chat if you want to, and then we'll open up the Alternative Atlas to go to break.
Centuria will literally be as far away from Dave as she can.
Dave will be uncharacteristically quiet and not making eye contact with anybody.
Residents just kind of look and say, it looks like everyone had a really rough day.
Yeah,
Fletch had a really good speech.
He did.
I mean, went better than I thought it would, yeah. Good work out there, by the way. Looking at Centuria and Mortis.
Thank you.
I guess I'm sorry I missed it. I didn't realize there was something going on today.
It's okay. We just talked to a lot of reporters. Not just one.
Dave Wills a little bit. A little bit more, I should say.
You were just teleporting us all over the world last night. Figured you could have used the rest.
Oh, thanks. Did you guys get my text?
About something underground?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or something going on. I don't know if you'd specified.
Yeah. No, it's harder to explain over text. I felt something early this morning. The last time I felt it was when we were traveling through the Nexus, and it showed us all those. Oh, I don't know if they were the future or if they were the past or they were the present, just in a different dimension. But I felt some gems kind of awakening beneath the earth, and that's not something I usually feel here. It's usually something from Lafandi, from my home. I'm not entirely certain what that means.
You said the Nexus was showing you different, like what exactly?
When we went into the Nexus after it was breached the first time, before going into space and rescuing the Freedom League, we went through this section of the Nexus that seemed to be either showing us a future that was going to take place or something that was taking place outside of where we could normally see. It took me back home. I haven't been home in 13 years. The dimensional gateway between here and Lafandi has been shut for that time. Lord knows I've tried the last couple of years to try to figure out a way home, but I just never managed. Some of the magic from there has managed to crop up here. It just seems too unlikely a coincidence. I just figured you guys should know before we went down there that something else might be creeping in. It might not just be the Factor 4 and their employers that we're going to have to deal with down there.
Should we tell Daedalus to keep an eye out while we're gone?
It might only be something that we can handle. I mean, we are kind of the mystic branch of the Freedom League, so it might be nothing. I just didn't want you guys to be surprised if something showed up down there that I was familiar with.
There's one thing I know about magic. It's always something. So.
No, you're not wrong. But we've got to get the Bloodstone. We've got to go down to Sub-Terra. We've got to go to Dakonda. So we have to deal with this while we're there. I didn't want you guys going in blind.
That's your back.
Thank you.
Thanks. And she'll look at Dave and she'll look at Centuria and she'll look at everybody else. She's like, and if we need to have another session after this, we can do that. Okay.
Let's just go to Sub-Terra and beat the crap out of some stuff.
Cynthia, the AI that runs the desk at Freedom Hall, is going to roll up to you all. And she's got a couple of little snack baggies for each of you that has like trail mix and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and things.
I love that.
She's like, I'm sensing that there is some tension coming from this group.
Oh god.
I hear it is customary for organic life forms to relax as they enjoy food together. So I have prepared you food.
Well, thanks, Cynthia.
Have fun storming the castle. And she'll roam back to the end of the desk.
How does the... never mind. I'm not even
She's
going to
watched
ask.
a lot of movies, Andy.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's get out of town.
Yeah.
All right. Sub-Terra it is then. She'll open the Alternity Atlas and blip us beneath the Earth's crust.
Here we go. So, as they open the book and prepare to teleport away to the subterranean realm of Sub-Terra, we will go ahead and take our quick little break. So we're going to get up, stretch, grab some water, grab a snack if you need to, watch the ads on our carousel, and we will see you in just a little bit.